Hello, my name is Lydia O'Connor, and I just want to thank you for signing up for the free webinar that I've created. In this webinar, you're going to learn about Reiki and what Reiki is, and also a little bit about my experience and what my course offers to you, and ongoing learning, which I like to offer my students too, which a lot of Reiki masters don't. You normally just do a one-day course and then you don't hear from them again. But my learning won't be that. Excuse me, that's my daughter. My learning won't be that. It's more the course you do, but then you also get continual learning and continual contact with me throughout your journey to help you on whatever path you want to learn. During this webinar, also at the end of the lesson, there is a beautiful Reiki healing experience that I'm offering to you. So it will take you for a meditation, but I'm also sending out distance Reiki healing to you, so you can use that to help you and heal you in some way or other. So I hope that you enjoy this webinar, and if you have any questions, please let me know through my email, and I'm more than open to receiving feedback and wanting to hear your experiences as well. Hello and welcome to the free webinar that I've created for Reiki, A Journey to Inner Peace. To anyone who knows my story, this is a way that I've created Reiki to teach online, and at a cheaper rate, but also not just Reiki. I don't want it to be just a Reiki course, because it's not. It's so much more than that. What I'm going to teach you today is to show you what other things I can help you with during your journey to find a bit of balance and control in your life, especially for as a mother. It is extremely difficult, and what I've noticed is extremely difficult now. I've got 2 children, to find that control and balance. And that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to teach you today. So let's just first start with a bit of grounding, just to get ourselves in the good frame of mind. I hope that you'll listen to this in a space that's quiet. If not, I understand. Things are hectic and you just have to take what time you've got. But if you can, in some way, just close your eyes and try and block out the noise, try and block out, if there's kids in the background, try and, if you're driving, don't close your eyes. But just, you can still, listen and breathe more deeply to help ground yourself. So I just want you to, for those who can, to close their eyes and to firstly take a few deep breaths. So I want you to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And in through the nose and out through the mouth. And now on this next in-breath, hold it. And now what I want you to do is, when you breathe out, I want you to completely relax your shoulders and let your shoulders drop back down. Okay, so breathe out. Just be aware of your posture, because that does affect our energy. So you want to be in a good posture. So just check yourself out. Is your neck in a good spot? Is your head in a good spot? Is your back straight? Are your feet on the ground? And once you notice that you're in a good, comfortable position and your body is in a way aligned with itself the way it should, and just keep breathing, focusing on the breath. And on the next in-breath, I want you to start seeing a beautiful golden energy ball in front of you. And then that energy ball, you're going to draw in the energy into your heart chakra. Just keep breathing in and out, and just see this energy flowing up inside your heart chakra. And if you don't know where the heart chakras are, there's a picture in front of you. So just take a quick peek and it will show you the heart chakra right near the heart. Okay. Now once your heart is filled with this golden energy, I want you to see the energy from the heart go up to your throat chakra. And now draw the energy from your heart down into your solar plexus. And now see the energy in the throat chakra move up to your third eye and fill your third eye with beautiful golden energy. And now see the golden energy move from your sacral down into your, from your solar plexus down into your sacral. And fill your sacral with beautiful golden energy. And now see the energy in your third eye move up to your crown and fill your crown with beautiful golden energy. And now see the golden energy in your sacral move down into your base chakra. And now I want you to see this golden energy fill out from the chakras into your body. So your head is getting filled up with this golden energy. And now your shoulders and your arms and your torso and your chest. And then it starts moving down your legs and into your toes. And as it moves into your toes, I want you to see your feet change and grow into roots that go into the ground. So if you've got carpet, just imagine there's grass under your feet and that you're on the earth and that the roots are going into the earth, deep into the earth. Okay, so we're going to stay connected in that way throughout this whole session. So just open your eyes and just take a few deep breaths. Okay, so let's just start this webinar. So this is me. This is just a little blurb about me, but I just talked to you a little bit more. I have been a Reiki master and teacher for the last 10 years. I'm also a registered counsellor and coach, and I work in mental health in Sydney, Australia. So I have worked in mental health for the last 7 years, and so I've studied quite severe mental health issues in a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds. And I've also taught Reiki to a lot of people face-to-face in and around Sydney. And I'm also a medium. Now I've been a medium for all my life. I first felt and saw spirits from the age of 5. And as you can understand, that was very scary for me at that age. And I suppressed my gifts through my teenage years. And then it came back with a vengeance when I was 25, to the point where the spirits would just not leave me alone. And I decided to go and find a spiritual teacher who could help me to control my gifts. And that's when I met my wonderful teacher, and he taught me how to channel. And channeling spirits definitely helped me to control my gifts, but also to learn from my spirit guides and from ascended masters and angels, and learning about energy and about healing and about manifestation and about how we live. And it has put me on such an incredible journey. And even though all the way up to that point of learning all these things, I then became a mother of 2 small children. And to say that made this life that I created for myself harder to deal, is an understatement. And I didn't understand how I could balance my spiritual awareness and my spiritual teachings. I didn't know how I could balance that with my life as a mother, especially when the children are so present. I like to say they're so present because they go with their emotions, and they're so they're so unpredictable is a good way of saying it. And you have to go with the flow when you have children, but it's so hard at the same time. And I found it so hard to adjust It's been 3.5 years, and I've got 2 kids now. So I've got a 3.5-year-old and a 8-month-old, and it's taken this long for me to adjust, and I'm finally starting to feel balanced again. If I could say that, I definitely feel that I'm moving back into what I want to do and what I want to teach to others. Okay, so this is 3 mistakes that people are learning about Reiki. Okay, so there are so many different people, Reiki masters in the world, who have their own opinions about what we should and shouldn't do as Reiki masters. Now, I love and respect every single one. I don't mean to be disrespectful to anyone, but I also believe my own beliefs, and I have my own guides and spirit guides and ascended masters who teach me and guide me on what I need to do. And this is what they've told me. Okay, so I can only go off what I'm directed to and what I've also tested. Okay, so anything that spirit guides or ascended masters or angels tell me, I normally do test, and that's because and they know it. It's just the way I am. I just need to know. And it did get to a certain point now where I do trust them to the point where I won't test. But these sort of things I have tested. So distance attunements don't exist. So again, like I said, a lot of people, you may have heard this by many Reiki masters, and some quite passionately believe that this doesn't exist as well, which kind of scares me a bit because energy is infinite. There is no distance, there is no time. We've only created that because we are in this body and in this world. If you're working on an energy basis, those things don't exist, distance and time. And so, if we are attuning people, we are attuning people, on an energetic level, not in distance and not in time. So, to me, it makes perfect sense that we can attune people online through distance attunements. We can, and it's also commonly known that we can do distance healings. So if that's the case, why not distance attunements? Okay, so I actually even tested this out. So I thought, okay, well, there's a lot of people saying, no, you can't. There's people who do it and do it quite successfully. So I tested it out, and I got a few clients. I then did some attunements on them distantly, and then I met up with them, and it was exactly the same. They were attuned. They felt the energy. They noticed a difference within themselves, and that's okay, So I was quite happy, and I'm quite happy, and I'm quite confident to tell people that they do exist. And if you're a Reiki master and you don't believe it, that's fine. You just continue on your own path. But this is what I do. This is what I've done and tested. So, if you're happy to continue with distance attunements, fantastic. Then let's continue the webinar. So, you need to be tuned to receive more Reiki. Now, this may possibly be true in 10 or 20 years before today, but in today's society, we are more awakened to energy and energetic flow than we used to be. So there are also courses online that show a meditation attunement where you can attune yourself. Now, I have absolutely no doubt that actually still works as well. And the reason why that works is because Dr. Usui, who created Reiki, or I guess you can't say he created it, but he founded it, was attuned by himself. So if he can attune himself through meditation, why can't anyone else? Okay, so I do truly believe that you can attune yourself. At this stage, I am not doing that. I'm doing distance attunements on my students, but it does exist, and it is true. You can attune through meditation, but I will say that it takes more time. Okay, it takes more time to do your own attunement on yourself than receiving a distance attunement. And so, and there's also blockages and barriers that you may come across when you're doing your own attunements as well. And that's why I feel like you need to be guided by a Reiki master throughout this, which I don't necessarily feel happens a lot with these online Reiki courses that, give you all the books and all the attunement CDs and stuff. I don't think there's enough contact with the Reiki master to say, yes, you are attuned and this has happened, or you're struggling in these sort of areas. So, and that's why I continue with the distance attunements, because I feel that this is the quickest way to be attuned. You're attuned, and you can then continue on and do the course and learn how to do attunements on healings on yourself and on other people. Reiki is just for healing. Well, that is wrong. Reiki can do so much more. Reiki, there are so many different things that you can do. And if you haven't heard my podcast or seen my Facebook page, I highly recommend you do, because there is a article on there about 11 ways to use Reiki other than healing. Now, just to say a few that you can use Reiki for is affirmations, manifestations, goal setting, weight loss. You can connect with trees and nature. You can also connect with spirits, and you can connect with your past lives. So there's so many different things that you can do with Reiki that you probably aren't aware of. And because a lot of people think, oh no, but Reiki is just healing, but it's not. It's not energetic. It's not just energetic healing. It's using the energy that we have flow through us to open up different areas of our spirituality. Okay, so 3 early warning signs your energy is imbalanced. So and I would probably say 95% of people in this world walk around who are imbalanced most of the time. You may find that there are some people who are balanced, but then eventually they will become imbalanced. Okay, so this is normally because we're living beings. Our energy is always changing. So unless we are completely enlightened, we won't be balanced, unfortunately. But we can be more balanced than not balanced, okay? So the more balanced that we are, the higher our vibrations. And the higher our vibrations, the more happiness and love we feel within ourselves. And the more love and happiness we feel within ourselves radiates around other people that are in our lives, and other people around our lives then start feeling the same. So the three early warning signs that you are incredibly low in balance is you're feeling low, run down, tired all the time. You're feeling disconnected from your thoughts and feelings, and you get physically sick all the time. So these are a few different areas that are warning signs that say, hey, okay, so there's something in my life that is really, really affecting me. I need to do something about it. And if you are one of those people thinking that right now, then you're in the right place. Okay, so I've been manifested for you in some way and form to show you what Reiki can do for you and how you can become more balanced. Okay, so just a bit of an introduction about what Reiki is. So Reiki has become increasingly popular. It is definitely something that a lot of people hear of nowadays than they used to. It is a lot of massage therapists, a lot of spiritual teachers, and even just, people like teachers and doctors and things are becoming Reiki masters. And that's because they like to add an additional therapy to their work and their life. So you might notice that you know, someone might be a chiropractor, but they're also a Reiki practitioner. You know, people who work hands-on with people, they use Reiki when they're also doing whatever else they do with their hands-on. So maybe it's a massage and they're sending Reiki to you at the same time. It's an ancient practice that stems from Dr. Mikao Usui. Now, he is a wonderful man. He originated from Japan, and he was a Reiki, he was a Buddhist, and he meditated and discovered or founded Reiki, or the energy of Reiki, and then he taught others, and then that's when the lineage started. So it is a form of healing using the universal energy. So there are other energy healings out there. Reiki is not the only one, but Reiki is called Reiki because you receive it through attunements. Okay. What is Reiki? So Reiki is pronounced Reiki, and it works with the ki or the chi energy. So you may hear people talk about chi in Qigong or in Feng Shui. They talk about the energy of the room. It's the same thing, and it's the energy in anything. It's the energy in yourself. It's the energy in the trees. It's the energy in a chair. It's the energy. It's, you know, everything in this universe is energy. So, you know, you're working on with that energy to help heal people. It is, you know, people. There's so many different names for it. They use is universal life force energy. It can be, some people call it the God force. Some people call it love and light. You know, there's so many different things, and other people call it high frequency energy. It is a form of hands-on healing, but it doesn't involve touch. So as a Reiki level 1 practitioner, it's only touch. So you can only do touch Reiki. If you do level 2 and master level, you can do Reiki through distance healing. So you can hover your hands over a person's aura rather than actually touching the person. But generally what I try and teach my students is that you can do both. And sometimes I like to do hands-on healing only because I want the person to feel the heat that goes through my hands. And it's generally more for their benefit than for me. Everything is energy, low and high frequency. So low frequency would be a lot of those emotions which is hard to, you know, which is you know, stuff that people don't like to feel. So you've got the shame, you've got hate, you've got anger, you know, so those sort of energies are low energy. And then you start moving on to high energy, which is happiness, which is joy, which is love, which is gratitude, you know, enlightenment. These sort of energies are high frequency energies, and that is where we want to work and where we want to be most of our time. There are 3 levels of Reiki. So you have level 1, you have level 2, and you have master level. So with level 1, it is absolutely perfect for beginners. So if you have absolutely no experience with spiritual energies or healings or anything like that, but you'd like to start learning, level 1 is great. Okay, so if you want to take it a bit further, level 2 is fantastic too. And I do recommend level 1 and 2, only because you learn the symbols. Now, the symbols are highly important if you want to do distance healings. And master level is if you really want to, you know, you really want the highest level of Reiki energy going through your body. And that's really more if you are more serious about Reiki and wanting to use it a bit more. So how can Reiki help me? So Reiki can balance your body and make you feel stronger and able to deal with any situation with a clear mind. You can be able to step out of your situation in life and see yourself in a different way, creating space and movement. Okay, so that's an important one as well, especially if we're so stressed and anxious all the time through being a mother, looking after kids. You know, being being able to step outside of that bubble that we seem to be in and looking at our lives a little bit differently is a fantastic way to move forward, because then we're like, okay, something needs to change. Let's change this. Discover what's working in your life and what isn't, and using inner strength to change your life for what you want. So, again, for this is a fantastic way for you to look at your life and look at where the imbalance is, and looking at where you need to change things. And this is what I did as a mother, and it was so one-sided. My life was just my kids. And, you know, even though everyone says that, you know, oh, you just give up your time and you give up who you are, you're just a mum. And that's when I couldn't do it anymore, and I felt like I was disappearing. And so what I did was I started creating more of a balance in my life, and I made sure that I had time for myself and what was important in my life and what I needed to continue on. And it was great that I had a supportive husband to help me with that. But if you don't, you know, if you're a single mum, there's still some fantastic ways that you can create this time for yourself. If you have family or friends around, or babysitters, or, you know, there's a solution for everyone. How does Reiki do this? Okay, so Reiki concentrates the energy centers of your body. So your energy centers are your chakras. And I will talk about it a little bit more in the I talk about chakras a lot in my course, but here's just a little bit of an understanding. There are 14 meridians and 7 chakras. So the chakras mean a wheel or vortex, and the chakra is a spinning center of energy. Each of the 7 chakras are connected to the particular kind of energy. So a chakra is actually connected to parts of your body, parts of your spirituality, and parts of your mental emotional body as well. So each chakra has a different area or of where it works. And so, you know, if there's certain parts of your body which aren't working well, you know that it's connected to a certain chakra. Meridians as well are energy points in your body. You know, if you have been to an acupuncture, or anyone that uses pressure in the body, they find these meridians, and they put pressure on them to help to release any blockages in there. So there are the 3 bodies which I just talked about. So you have the physical body, the mental emotional body, and the spiritual body. So the physical body is just your body that you can feel, you can touch and you can feel. Your mental emotional body are your feelings and your thoughts, and your spiritual body is you connected to spirit, to universal energy. It's your spirit, it's your soul. So here are the chakras. So you have, and if you would see the picture below, it shows you where the chakras are placed. So the root chakra, which is normally red, and that's to do with security. Sacral is the orange, and it's normally creativity. The solar plexus is yellow, and it stands for willpower. Heart is green, and it symbolizes love and compassion. Throat is blue, and it symbolizes communication. Third eye is indigo, and it is intuition. And crown violet is wisdom. Okay, so these are just a few different points to understand where each of these chakras are in the body, but also what color is generally related to each chakra, and what kind of things are related to each chakra, like security and creativity. So that's the chakras. Now, how else can Reiki be used? So, I mentioned a few of these before, but you can manifest your hopes and dreams through affirmations and goal setting. And what I'll be doing is showing you how to do that. Cleansing water and food. So, every food and water that we drink and eat has energy in it. And if we don't know where the energy has come from, we are eating and drinking things that are maybe negative. So we always need to cleanse our water and food with energy. Cleansing a room is also very important, especially if you feel room is needs cleansing and the energy isn't very good in a room. Opening and closing portals. Okay, so that may be a little bit crazy for some people. Some people think that's a little bit too much for them. That's fine, but we can actually open and close portals. Connecting to spirits. Okay, so you can use Reiki to connect with loved ones. Connection with trees and nature. I have a beautiful relationship with trees. I connect with them all the time, and trees have wonderful information for us. So that is something that I can definitely teach you in the future. Sending Reiki energy to a future event. So if you're having a job interview, you can send Reiki energy to the event, and it will and so when you get to that event, you will start to feel calm and relaxed rather than nervous and anxious. Weight loss. So it's actually a great way to help you weight loss and to focus on that goal. Charging crystals. Crystals are sponges. They draw in any energy, and so it's great to be able to draw energy into crystals and use it in our healing. Past and future lives, so we can understand any karma that's related to other lives, and what we did in other lives may be something that's interesting you. So there's a 21-day self-healing. So when you are attuned to Reiki, the first thing you must do is do a 21-day self-healing. Now what this does is it helps to unblock anything in your body so that you become more balanced. There are special hand positions that go along with the self-healing as well, and it can take you as little as 5 minutes a day. So I actually normally do this at night when all my kids will sleep and I'm calm and relaxed. I'll do it in bed, so just before I go to bed, and it actually helps me to doze off to sleep. Like I said, it's best at night or first thing in the morning. It heals all three bodies, so you've got 7 days in each body. Energy will surface to heal and let go. Physical conditions may appear and healing occurs. So you may get a funny rash that appears, or eczema appears, or you may get a cold. Don't worry, it's just energy being released. Allows Reiki energy to flow more freely through you, so that then you can heal other people at a better, with more energy than you could before. What are some of the health benefits to Reiki? So it improves sleep and the quality of sleep that you have, and that could help some people, especially if you're a very anxious or stressed person. It soothes digestion. Okay, so it can actually help with any sort of IBS or any issues that you have with your digestion. It strengthens self-esteem and self-confidence, and it heightens self-awareness. Okay, and it gives a greater sense of intuition. So this is where I like my students to begin with Reiki, because that's where I started, and it took me on a beautiful journey to understand who I was as a person, but also to increase my vibrations and to see the world in a completely different way than I used to see it. It offers support for substance abuse recovery, and it boosts the immune system. So you may not get sick as much as you used to. So that's always a good thing. What are some health benefits of Reiki? So it improves energy levels. So if you're feeling flat, like I mentioned before, if you're feeling flat or low, it improves your energy levels. Increase mental clarity and focus. So if you find that you forget a lot, or everything's too much, there's too much busyness going on in your brain, so it can definitely help with that. Promotes a more positive outlook. So you then, instead of looking at life in a very negative way, you then there's a flame that's enlightening in you, and you can now start seeing something in a more positive way. It improves relationships with others and encourages cleaner, healthier living. And it supports weight loss, weight control, and more. Okay, so there's so many health benefits that I just can't list here, but I've seen and I've witnessed myself, and even healed myself in many different ways. Why can't I just go to a healer? So you will be able to heal things going on for you at that time only. So if you go to a healer, they're going to heal you for anything that's happening for you that time. So anything that happens in the future, they don't heal you unless you go back to them. It's expensive, so you have to keep going back and back to get healed. It's more powerful to heal yourself, and it's more powerful to build your awareness around your own energy as well. It's a lifetime of Reiki energy, so you don't just have this for the next month or year, you have this for life. Okay, so you pay for the course, you get attuned, and you've got it for life. To feel the energy flow through you will encourage you to believe that it's happening and that it is there. And that is a great way to feel energy, because if you do go to a healer, you may not feel anything. But if you do a Reiki attunement and you start to feel the heat flowing through your hands into you, you will then start to believe, yes, this is actually happening to me. The Reiki symbols. So there are 3 main symbols used in Reiki, and they are usually given during the level 2 attunement, and they each have different meanings and uses and can intensify the healings. So you will, probably some people already know this, there are 3. The 3 symbols are the power symbol, the mental emotional symbol, and the distance symbol. There are other symbols as well that masters use, but those are the 3 main symbols that level 2 students will learn. What to look for in a Reiki master. Okay, so to start on level 1 Reiki and to heal yourself, you will need to find a qualified Reiki master. And the best way to learn about a Reiki master is their lineage as well, and who they studied with. So you want to know that the lineage is generally quite short. Okay, and that's probably because you don't want, every person teaches Reiki differently. So if you have quite a long list of people who have taught before your Reiki master, you're probably going to find that the Reiki that they've learnt isn't as detailed as the Reiki, I could be wrong, as someone who's probably only had, the lineage is only about 3 or 4. But also I would check and see who their Reiki master is, and who that Reiki master is. So I would just look at the person who taught them and who taught their Reiki master, just to look back a few times to just see if they're still around and if they were very good at what they did, just to get an idea who your Reiki master is. Okay, so this is my lineage. Dr. Yusui, and then you've got Dr. Heihachi and Mrs. Takata, which is probably pretty standard among a lot of people, would have those 3 as a standard. And then you've got Beth Gray and Simon Tresillian, and Joanne Willoughby is my Reiki master, and then it's myself. So it's relatively short, and my Reiki master who taught me was absolutely amazing, and she gave me so much knowledge that I've heard a lot of people don't. So that's amazing. And this is my Reiki Master Certificate. I took this with my phone, so it's not photoshopped. You can see it's definitely not photoshopped. It's just off my phone, and you can see I did my Reiki Master teacher level on the 17th of July 2010. And my Reiki Master, Joanne Willoughby, at the bottom. Okay, so that's my certificate. Okay, so this is my offer that I am offering people today. So this I am teaching people online Reiki. Now, the reason why I'm teaching Reiki online is because I found that people can't afford to give me one-on-one teaching, because I charge $250 to $300, and I have to charge that because of time it takes me, but also I've got to rent rooms and equipment, and so you have to charge a bit. That's only for level 1, and level 2, I would be charging $450, and then for master level I would be charging $997. Okay, so it can get quite expensive. For me personally, I spent to get to teacher level, I spent $4,000 in total. Okay, now I don't want that for my students. I want to find a way that helps teach many for a cheaper price. Now, it doesn't mean that the content that I'm giving you is not good. This is exactly what I would teach to my students if I saw them face to face. Okay, but what I've done is I've created loads of videos. I've wrote 3 manuals, one for Reiki level 1, one for Reiki level 2 and master level. I'm going to give you some fantastic bonuses as well. And yeah, so it is totally, and the distance attunements I do to all my new students. So what I do is I will do a Reiki level 1 attunement when you first sign up. I will let you know when you are going to be attuned, and I will also send you a video to say you are attuned, and so that you have an idea that I personally have attuned you. Okay. What I'm also offering is once I've done the distance attunement for Reiki level 1, I'm going to do distance attunement Reiki level 2 about 1 to 2 weeks later, depending on how many students I have, but it will definitely be 1 to 2 weeks later, and I will let you know again through a personalized video message to you to let you know that it's been done. And what I will do then is I will send out to you 2 Reiki certificates saying that you are attuned to Reiki level 1 and Reiki level 2. Okay, so how fantastic is that? All right, so this is the offer. So you will get 2 Reiki manuals that are valued at $197. You will have Reiki level 1 and 2 online course, which is about 25 videos in total. You will have 2 certificates on completion. Lifetime membership of Reiki Inner Circle group. So this is the fantastic one because a lot of people online don't do ongoing learning. Okay, so what I am offering is I'm offering ongoing learning. Now this is I haven't heard anyone else do this, and what I'm doing is anyone that signs up as a student, they will be added to the group, and I will do Facebook Lives. I'm going to do question and answer sessions. I'm going to put teachings out there, so just ongoing learning, and you can ask me questions all the time, so I'm always available to you. So number 1 bonus is an ebook on healing energy. So this little book is about different other healing energies books that are out there. So let's just say you've got Qui-Gon in there and acupuncture, and it just gives you an understanding of the different natural therapies that are out there in the world that work with energies. So this number 2 bonus is a Reiki meditation music CD, so you can listen to this while you're doing your self-healing techniques. And your bonus number 3 is a colourful Reiki self-healing poster, which has the hand positions for your self-healing on there, which is fantastic as well. So this is a total value of $1,529, and you are going to get this today for $47, okay? So that is a massive 97% discount. Now, why is it so cheap? It's so cheap because it's an online course. I've created this. It took me, it took me a bit of time to create it, but now it's created. I can offer it to so many people without having to spend much time or energy. And so it's cheaper because I don't have room rent, and I don't have to do 8 hours to attune people, and I don't You know, I don't have to hire equipment. I so it's all, that's why it's so cheap, but it's fantastic. And once I get to 50 students, it will be increased, probably to $97. So definitely at this rate, I would highly recommend you buy it. It's pretty much, oh, what could you buy for $47 in today? I don't know, maybe it's a jumper, or maybe it's a week's worth of coffee, or it's nothing, or a takeaway. You know, it's nothing, and it's for a lifetime. So you get Reiki for life. It's energy healing that you can get, and it really will make a difference to your life. Okay, so just before we leave, I'm just going to talk you through a meditation because I want to give you a gift. And this gift is I want to offer you some relief now for any pain or suffering that you're experiencing right now. But I also want to give you some healing from myself to you through Reiki. I'm going to send it through distance healing through you. It doesn't matter that it's not live. Like I said before, time and distance doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to send you Reiki energy to help you to become more balanced and for you to feel what Reiki is. So I just want you to sit back as we were before at the beginning, and just make sure you are focusing on your posture. Okay, just take a few deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now what I'm just doing is I'm just drawing the symbols on my hands, and in particular the chakra ray, the power symbol, the mental emotional symbol, and the distance symbol. And on top of that, I'm going to send out the master symbol as well. The Usui master symbol, there's two of them. Okay. I just want you to just sit back and just feel your body and how your body feels. Just keep breathing and just accept this energy. Just accept it to heal you, and ask it to go to any area of your body which you feel needs healing. And if you don't know what area, just say heal whatever needs healing. Just be open to this energy. Allow it to go into you. Just keep breathing. Some of you may get visions, feelings, sensations in your body. Some of you may start to feel lighter and more calmer. Some of you may feel more grounded. Now, as you are, I'm sending this Reiki energy to you, if you are 100% totally in this, there is going to be a link to the email that I've sent you with this webinar on it. Just click on the link and sign up, and I welcome you to the Reiki group, the inner group, and I will attune you to this beautiful Reiki energy. And when you're attuned, you can receive this energy yourself, and you can do this on yourself. So in my course, like I showed, you will get Reiki level 1 and Reiki level 2, so you will learn the symbols, and you will be able to send distance healing to anyone all around the world like this. Okay, now I'm just going to draw a power symbol
in front of you. I'm going to thank the universe for that beautiful energy, for healing anyone that's listened to this webinar. And I hope that you all find some peace and happiness in your lives. If this doesn't feel like the course for you, that is absolutely fine. I hope you've got something from this webinar. If this is the course for you, fantastic, join up and we will talk on Facebook. And if you're not sure, that's fine too. You can just listen to this webinar as many times as you want, receive the Reiki healing that I've sent as many times as you want. You can check out my Facebook page. You can check out my podcast. I'm on YouTube too. You know, just have a look. Check me out. And if you want to send me any questions, that's fine too. Okay. Now, I hope everyone has a beautiful day. Thank you.